Hello fellow entrepreneurs, it's Karen of Karen Gwen Customs, and today I'm going to be sharing some great information for you guys about cost-effective shipping for small businesses. So if you've been running a business and you want to know if you're using the most cost-effective method, or if you're just starting a business and you want to make sure you do things the right way from the start, then stay tuned. But before you do, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And click on that notification bell so that you get notified every time I upload. And share this video with a friend who would also be interested in my content. So the first thing that I want to talk about is supplies for shipping for small business owners. Number one is a printer. I feel that everybody who is trying to run a business needs to own a printer. They are very inexpensive and there's just really no excuse not to have one, because at some point you are going to need to print something and it is so convenient to just have the printer at home with you when you need to use it. There's two different types of printers that you can get. I think you at least need to have the first one, and then the second one is optional. So first, what I use is a Hewlett-Packard or HP printer, and I got mine for like $50. It was on sale. It prints, copies, scans, faxes. It's a full color printer. The great thing about HP printers is that they have an ink subscription service, which means you do not have to constantly go to the store spending $50+ on ink cartridges. All you have to do is have a credit card on file with them and make sure that your printer is hooked up to a Wi-Fi connection, because that is how they monitor your ink usage. So when you get low on ink, they automatically send you another shipment of ink. They're not charging you by the ink cartridge. How they're charging you is per page. So they have different plans that range from $2.99 a month and up. The highest plan I believe they have is $20 a month for 700 pages. So however many pages you print within whatever bracket is how much you're gonna pay per month. If you go over the amount you signed up for, I think they charge you an extra $1 or something per 10 pages or something like that. But the good thing is you can change your plan by the month depending on how much paper you think you're going to be printing out. So I definitely always recommend HP for people because I just feel like it's the most cost-effective way to print things at home, whether it's shipping labels, contracts, or anything else that you need to be able to print. You should go with HP. With an at-home printer, and why I recommend having a printer at home is so that you can print your labels at home, tape them to your packaging, and then take them to the post office. Or if you have a large volume and you don't feel like picking them all up yourself, you can schedule a pickup from the United States Postal Service. They'll come get your packages for you. So when you print out a label on a regular printer, the label is going to take up just half of the page, and all you'll have to do is fold the paper in half and then tape it to the front of whatever packaging you're using. You would just use this shipping tape. It's pretty cheap. I think I got this from like the dollar store or something. You can use whatever brand you want, but it's very simple to just print your labels at home, and I will be going over the best method to do that in just a couple of minutes. And why I think it's important to always print your labels at home is because there are cheaper ways. It's more convenient. Two, if you go to the post office, the people at the post office, and this is just speaking from personal experience and the experiences of other people I've talked to, they can steer you in the wrong direction in terms of what's the most cost-effective shipping method. And also, it's always going to cost a little bit more than using PayPal or Pirate Ship or whatever avenue you decide to go through. So always make sure that you're able to print your labels at home so that you do not have to fool with the people at the post office, because they do not always know best. Now, another printer that you could get would be a printer that's specifically for shipping labels. The brand that I would recommend that I've used before, I don't own one right now, but it's called DYMO. It's DYMO, and it will actually print out the sticky labels for you. It doesn't require ink. The ink is somehow embedded into the labels, so the printer has some type of technology to print on there without you having to buy ink, and all you have to do is print it out and peel your label and stick it to the front of your packaging. Very simple. So that is another type of printer that you can look into. But regardless, I think everyone needs to have a regular printer that prints 8.5 by 11 paper, because it's just so useful for many things other than just printing shipping labels. Another item that will come in handy when you are running a business and needing to ship items would be a kitchen scale. And you can get different size scales. This one is just a small kitchen scale that I got from Bed Bath & Beyond for $20. You can also get a larger one, but if you're shipping like small items, then this is a really good option because you can just lay your package on top of it and see how much it weighs. If you're printing your labels at home and you're using your own packaging, you do need to know how much your item weighs so that you can get accurate pricing and make sure that you're paying enough for postage before you send it off to the post office. So definitely make sure that you have a scale. And then once you start, if you have, you know, certain products that you ship often, you will start remembering how much everything weighs. For example, I sell sewing patterns, so I know that this sewing pattern weighs 4 ounces. I have another sewing pattern that only weighs 2 ounces because it has a different amount of paper in the envelope. So once you start shipping things over and over, you're just going to remember. But when you are shipping new things, it's very important that you have a scale. Next thing I want to talk about is shipping methods and packaging. So the shipping that I'm talking about today is going through the United States Postal Service, which is your regular post office. And the way that I purchase my postage is through PayPal. PayPal is so useful when it comes to shipping, and you do not need to collect your orders through PayPal in order to use them to make labels. The website you're going to go to is called www.paypal.com/shipnow. When you go to that website, it's just going to prompt you to log into your PayPal account. Whatever address and name you have on file is going to automatically be your return sender address, and then you'll need to type in the information for the person that you're mailing something to. So you'll put in their name, their address, zip code, and it also asks you for an email address. If you put in the recipient's email, it will send them an email allowing them to track their own package. Okay, there's 2 different types of shipping classes within the postal service that I use depending on what the item is, and the different types will require different types of packaging. So the first type of packaging that I want to talk about is your standard bubble mailer. And most of these it has bubble wrap inside to protect whatever is inside. Most of these come in a 6x9. They also have different sizes, bigger sizes, smaller sizes. But this is really useful and durable when it comes to mailing small items. The class of mail you're going to use for this, and when you go to PayPal, it's going to ask you which class of mail. You're going to select first class mail. Now, first class mail is just like when you are mailing a letter. It's usually quick. It's 2 to 5 business days depending on how far away it is. It can take a little bit longer, but a lot of times when I ship first class within my city, the person gets it the next day or 2 days later. It just all depends. So this is a bubble mailer, and when you are telling PayPal what kind of packaging, you'll just put package/thick envelope. And let's see what else. Now, this is the cheaper option for anything that weighs less than 1 pound. 1 pound is 16 ounces. So if you weigh your item on this scale and it's under 16 ounces, then the best way to go is first class mail. It does include a tracking number, so you and the person you're shipping to can always know exactly where your package is on its way to them. And what else? You can also add insurance or require a signature, but that does come at an additional charge. So like I said, I ship sewing patterns. So if I ship something like this, which weighs 4 ounces, it's probably, I think it usually comes out to around $3. A lot of the things that I ship are 2 ounces and up, and it's usually $2.75 or something around that number, depending on how far it's going through the country or how much it weighs. But it's usually very cheap. Like, you'll be spending $4 to $5 to ship in a package this size, as long as it is under 16 ounces or 1 pound in weight. Now, the other type of mail, if you're shipping something that weighs more than 1 pound, 1 pound all the way up to 80 pounds. This package right here is going to be your best friend. This is a padded flat rate envelope from the United States Postal Service, and it has bubble wrap on the inside as well to protect whatever's in there. This packaging is free from the USPS website. It's free. All you have to do is go to their website, go to the little shipping store section, and order however many you want. It's literally free. You don't even have to pay for shipping. I just got a box of like 60 of these the other day and I paid nothing. The only thing that you have to do is make sure the shipping label that you purchase is a priority mail shipping label. Now, like I said, if you're using this, you can ship things that weigh over a pound. Even if it weighs under a pound, that's fine. It's just more expensive. That's why I suggest this one for if it's under a pound. But if it's over a pound, you can put it in here, and anything up to 80 pounds will ship as long as it fits in here. And this is where you actually affix the shipping label, like so. And you just tape it down like that. Now, some things about priority mail. So it's usually 2-day shipping depending on how far it's going in the US. Sometimes it'll take 3 days, but 9 times out of 10 when I use this method, it only takes 2 days. I think the only time it took 3, I was mailing something from Houston to Hawaii, and it took 3 days, but they still got it there on time. It also is insured up to $50. If you want to add an extra value of insurance, you can pay a little bit more money. When you go through PayPal, the shipping is a little bit cheaper than if you just go to the counter at the post office and pay right there. So they do have different types of priority mail packaging. And when you're on PayPal, when you select the shipping class, make sure you select priority mail. And if you're using this, you select padded flat rate envelope. But they do have different types of packaging for priority mail that cost different amounts of money. So this envelope that I have, the priority flat rate padded envelope, it costs $7.75 to ship, the 2 to 3 day shipping time. And then they also have a regular flat rate envelope, which I believe is just like thin cardboard. That one costs $7.15. The small flat rate box is $7.65. There's a medium flat rate box that's $13.20, and then also a large flat rate box, which is $18.30. Now, most of that packaging is usually available at the post office, but for whatever reason, anytime I go to the post office, no matter what side of town I'm on, they never have these. So I always have to order these online. But whatever type of flat rate priority mail packaging you're going to use, you can order it from the USPS website for free. So make sure you go take a look at that. The last thing I want to talk about is automating your shipping. Now, with PayPal, it is a great way to ship, but you do have to individually type in everyone's shipping information one by one. It can take you a long time if you have a lot of orders. So if you have a smaller volume of orders, or if you're, just starting and you're just taking orders through like your Instagram or direct messaging or text messaging or something, then and you don't really have a central location to keep all of your orders, then PayPal is really easy and convenient to use. But if you if you're taking your orders through a website like Shopify or something, for myself, I focus on handmade products, so I ship mine through Etsy. All of those different types of avenues should give you an option to ship through USPS, and it will allow you to, it'll basically pre-populate your shipping labels so that you're not having to sit there and type in everybody's information, and you're literally just collecting whatever the person input when they made their order. So it's going to cut down on the possibility of you like making an error when you type in someone's stuff, because if you make an error typing in an address, your package is probably going to get lost, and that's a whole nother can of worms. But yeah, I use Etsy, and when I get ready to ship my customer their package, it pre-populates everything and all the same options that I can select through PayPal. are there as far as allowing me to ship first class or priority mail, etc. It's all there and centralized, and it just saves me time from having to type everything. So that's basically all the information I wanted to give you guys. I hope it was really helpful for what you're doing with your business as far as shipping goes. I wanted to do this video because I've been in all of these different Facebook groups about entrepreneurship, and a lot of people have just been asking questions about how do I ship things, how much is it supposed to cost. I've been paying XYZ for shipping and they're spending way too much money. So I just wanted to put the information out there. This is something that I have learned the hard way. I have personally overspent for shipping in the past, and I just want to save people some time and money. So leave in the comments below if this video was helpful for you, and remember, like, comment, subscribe, and share, and stay tuned for the next video. Thank you.